They make them, we cover them, you sell them. Welcome to OEM Update, where we talk about everything you need to know about this year's vehicle model lines. My name is Megan Cusack, editor of Motorcycle and Powersports News, and today we're going to be talking about the 2025 Polaris Slingshot 10. And what better place to talk about it than at the plant that actually makes them here in my hometown of Huntsville, Alabama. The Slingshot 10 is a special limited edition anniversary model celebrating the 10th anniversary of Slingshot and has a base MSRP of $38,999. So let's dive deeper into what exactly this three-wheeler has to offer. But for that, we're going to go straight to the OEM source. Joining me today to talk about the 2025 Slingshot 10 is Josh Hermes, Vice President of Slingshot at Polaris. Josh, thank you so much for having us over to speak with us today.
Yeah, absolutely. Thanks for coming. Appreciate it. Appreciate you making the trip out here.
Absolutely. All right, so Slingshot. It's been around for 10 years now, but I think at least maybe with consumers, there might still be some confusion on what exactly it is, because it doesn't really look like anything else in the market. It has really set itself apart. So is this like a three-wheeled motorcycle? Is this a three-wheeled automobile? What is the Slingshot?
Yeah, absolutely. Well, Slingshot is certainly unique, which is one of the great things about it. But federally, it's classified as a three-wheel motorcycle.
Okay.
In most states, it's an autocycle. So what does that mean? In all but one state, you just need a driver's license to drive it. You don't need a motorcycle endorsement. So the great thing about that is it's very accessible to a lot of people.
It is a three-wheeled motorcycle, but as I kind of mentioned before, it doesn't really look like the other three-wheeled motorcycles on the market. How does it separate itself from trikes?
Yeah, absolutely. I'll actually start with a similarity. So It's a three-wheeled vehicle that goes on the road and gives you an open-air on-road experience.
Yeah.
And that's kind of where the similarity's at. So it has three wheels, as you can see, two in the front, one in the back, but it's a much more familiar driving experience or riding experience for most people because you sit in it, you have a steering wheel, you have pedals, you shift it, and because you have two seats, you can share that experience side by side with somebody, which is really what sets the vehicle apart, is being able to share that experience with somebody else side by side. But otherwise, you can see open top, open air. You very much get to feel the thrill of the open road when you drive the vehicle.
What kind of customer then are you targeting? Are you targeting more of the automotive customer looking for something different, or is this for the motorcycle or power sports customer, or just all of the above there?
Yeah, it's a pretty diverse set of customers that we serve. And I mentioned earlier, in all but one state, you don't need a motorcycle endorsement, right? You just need a driver's license. So because of that, it's a very approachable product for a pretty wide range of people. You have people that may be coming off of two wheels that still want to enjoy the open road, but want a little bit different experience. You have people that have never been in power sports before, actually, which is a pretty good percent of the customers that buy a Slingshot are people that have never tried power sports. And it's a great way for them to step into the experience, to try it out in a product that is familiar in terms of how to operate it. And so if you look at our customer demographic, it's very broad. We've got a diverse age range, culturally diverse. And so we reach a lot of people, but the things that they have in common are the love for the open road, being outdoors, social connection. You get a lot of people that are buying these and are part of a riding group or a group in their local community. So it is a great way to bring people together.
That's fantastic. All right. So as I mentioned earlier, this is the 10th anniversary of Slingshot. Can you take us through, just kind of the history of it, from the conception to how it's received today on the market?
Yeah, everything we do at Polaris starts with the customer. And how do we make their experience outdoors better? And it was no different with Slingshot. If you think all the way back to the beginning of how Polaris started, it was the snowmobile. And it was how to get around better outside in the winter. And we've also created other categories like RZR, so recreational side-by-side. And Slingshot is another category defining product. And it started with a group of engineers in 2010 that had a passion project to go create something that people could experience the open road, but do it side by side together in a little bit different way. And that project then turned into a product development program, which ultimately launched as Slingshot as we know it in 2014 as a 2015 model year. And at the time, it came out with just two models and only in a manual transmission.
Okay.
And today, for the 2025 model year, which we just introduced in January, We now have 4 models plus a limited edition, which you mentioned earlier. We have a manual transmission still, but we brought an automated manual transmission, or our auto drive transmission, in 2020, which was the #1 most requested feature by customers.
Oh,
and
nice.
so as you think about acceptance of the product, that really helped open it up to a lot more people. Between the auto drive transmission, which is a lot more familiar, not that many people today know how to drive a manual transmission, but also our proactive lobbying efforts across states. Because in the beginning, it did require a motorcycle endorsement in many states to operate it, and now it's just 1 state. And so that's definitely opened the door for a lot of people as well. So you see broader acceptance and broader accessibility for people.
Okay, so yeah, that might have accounted for some of the confusion on what it is, what do you need to drive it, because it has changed.
It's evolved over time, yeah, absolutely.
Yeah, okay, very cool there. All right, so now narrowing our focus specifically to the Slingshot 10, what are some of these new features that are setting the 10 apart from all the rest of the Slingshot lineup?
Yeah, Slingshot 10 is our most exclusive and most premium Slingshot we've ever built.
Nice.
And it is a great vehicle commemorating a very important milestone in the business, 10 years. It is a phenomenal looking product. The team really pulled out all the stops in the design, from the exclusive exterior paint design and graphics to the exclusive 10th anniversary badging throughout the vehicle, both the outside and the inside. When you see it, there's nothing else out there like it. And that's what customers really want out of Slingshot, is they want a product that stands out, that reflects who they are, that is more exclusive, more limited, and this really delivers on that. So not only the exterior styling, but also the inside is our most premium interior that we've ever done. So it has special 10th anniversary heated and cooled seats. We've got our most upgraded audio package, interior lighting, and all kinds of different finishing touches throughout that really set it apart.
Okay, excellent. And are there any other like special specs or other different limited edition features on there? Yeah,
performance-wise, it's based on our R model, so it's our top-of-the-line model. So performance-wise, it's the same as the R, but exterior, interior, it's very different in terms of the treatment that the team gave it.
Okay, all right, excellent. And so for the 10, what is Polaris doing to help dealers like spread the news about it and get it moving off the show floor there?
Yeah, absolutely. So we just introduced it on February 27th, so very new in market, and that was right before Daytona Bike Week. So we were able to show it off at Daytona Bike Week a couple of weeks ago, and the customer reception was incredible. People love it. A ton of interest in it, which is great to see. And we've certainly been promoting it from a marketing perspective or a brand perspective as well. And we'll bring it along to events, demos, so on and so forth. So we've got a lot of momentum and push behind it to get it out into marketplace, make sure people are aware of it, and drive demand and drive people into the dealership wanting to go buy it.
Right, right. Yeah, I think recently I believe I got an email about like, hey, we're having a Slingshot party at the local dealership.
Absolutely. That's another thing we're doing, is supporting and encouraging dealers to celebrate 10 years of Slingshot with us and host an open house celebrating 10 years. And so that's a great tie-in to the product and the introduction of the product, but also just a great way, setting the product aside, to just celebrate 10 years of Slingshot being in the marketplace and the relationship that we've had with our dealers over that time as well. So thank you for bringing that up. That's another great way that we're partnering with dealers to celebrate 10 years.
Yeah, absolutely. And when are we going to be seeing these in dealerships then? Are they out already?
Yeah, they're out now.
Perfect.
So we've already started shipping the vehicles. You're here at our manufacturing facility in Huntsville, Alabama. So you're going to get to see them going down the line. And we've already started shipping. So they're in dealers now in limited quantities. It is a limited edition, but they're in dealerships. So if somebody's interested in Slingshot 10, they can go to slingshot.polaris.com, find a local dealer near them, and go check it out.
All right. One last question for you, and this one's always, a fun one for the products, accessories. I know the Slingshot's already pretty decked out as it is, but there's always more you can add to it. So what kind of accessories are the most popular for these guys?
For sure, style is the most important thing for our customers, and part of that is personalization. When you see a Slingshot on the road, it's very rare that you see 2 Slingshots that look the same because people want to take the time to make it theirs and have it be a reflection of who they are. And so customization is a big part of it. And for us, Now, the three key areas that we see that coming through are audio. So audio is a big one. We have a number of different audio upgrade options that you can install on a Slingshot. Slingshot 10 comes with our most premium audio system from the factory. And paired with that is interior lighting as well. Actually, what's pretty cool is on Slingshot 10, it has our XK Glow lighting kit, and it syncs up with the audio. So as the audio, the music hits the beat, the lighting changes, the flash, the color, all of that. So it's a lot of fun. So audio is a big one. Another one is style. So just in terms of exterior appearance. So what's nice about model year 25 is we've got some new exterior styling accessories. And part of it is we put a new front end design on the product, new front fascia. And that changes as you move up the lineup between trims. And so depending on what trim somebody buys, they're able to add those pieces to their front end and make it theirs, different colors, different fascia pieces. And so that's a pretty cool one. And then lastly, comfort. And that comes through mainly in tops. So this one does not have a top on it, but we do offer two different tops that you can get from Slingshot. One is the excursion top, another is a sling shade, two different top styles, but that's a big one. We see a very high attach rate on that. And then other things like heated and cooled seats are also available as an accessory. So again, the three areas, audio, style, comfort, are really where people are accessorizing and customizing their vehicles.
All right, well, that's fantastic. Josh, thank you again so much for talking with us today about the 2025 Polaris Slingshot 10.
Yeah, absolutely. Thank you. Really appreciate it.
For more information about the Slingshot line or to become a Polaris dealer, head to Polaris.com. And as always, stay tuned to MPN for more of the latest and greatest in motorcycle and power sports news.